years, that itself is enough, because there is a common notion. It's a misgiving that those who conduct the rituals, they have very little credence to the aspect of devotion. But many Vedic mantras, they have made it amply clear that without this dedication and devotion, your works, your rituals will not yield the benefit. And he went on to describe the one prayer, Adit Santandapagatu Prajanan Rayim. Normally, if you have limited resources, Swamiji always says this. A devotee who has 100 rupees does not hesitate to give 10 rupees. Whereas if you have 1000 rupees, probably your limit will not increase to 100 rupees. It will only be marginally increased to 20 rupees. Suppose, let us say you get 10,000 rupees. It will be very, very marginal. You will be only inclined to give 300 rupees. That means the proportion in which you are getting your wealth is not actually percolating to the donations. That is the normal tendency of humans. That is the reason this mantra makes it amply clear. Adit Santam Dapagatu Prajanan Rayum. You know what I am endowed with, how much wealth I am endowed with. So, you please change my mind to part with the wealth that I have acquired. We all know that how wealth is acquired. Wherever we acquire some money, some wealth, it always has a quotient of some sort of sin. It might not be fully sinful, but there will be some sort of disproportion in which we are actually getting the money. So when we share that, when we part with it, that is the dakshina or the sacrifice, then only our earning will be fruitful. So that is the wonderful prayer. And he has reminded that from the Vajpaya mantras, going again from the Svargadvara Ishtis, from the Vaishvadeva Kanda of Yajurveda, he said the tapas, Shraddha. Tapas is the penance. Shraddha is the dedication. Satyam means the truthfulness. Manaha is the mindfulness. And finally the Dharma Shraddha, the Charanam. These constitute the very important aspects in your life. It might not be that you are required to perform these ishtis. Probably we are not endowed with that facilities and we lack that expertise as well as the samskaras. But whatever karma, whatever ritual, whatever puja you offer, with the guidance of Puja Swamiji, you please have these 5 fundamental principles. There are some sort of panchashilas which are required for you to gain the maximum benefit. And with many such instances, he has inspired us to follow the words of Puja Swamiji, and he has poured out his heart that he ought to live now, but he wishes sincerely to return to Dattapeetham to offer such more services. And we really pray to Puja Swamiji that such young scholars are benefited by his guidance and they will continue to guide the society in the marga, in the pantheon that is propounded in the Vedic texts. With this, we thank all the delegates being here, and especially Pujya Balaswamiji for his constant guidance and presence, and of course our beloved Appaji for this wonderful opportunity called 12th Jnanabha Yoga Sammelanam. Jai Gurudeva Datta.
Jai Gurudatta, Shri Gurudatta. We have heard a wonderful speech by Prabha Ramakrishna Somayaji Garu. It was a wonderful speech in Telugu, but we had an English translation. In this conference of Jnanabha Yoga, we have discussed on Bhakti. As we have heard on Bhakti, on this wonderful occasion, I pray Pujya Shri Swamiji to bless all of us with his wonderful bhajans. Hope Appaji agrees our prayer and will bless us with bhajans. We are all waiting, Appaji.